let's just keep talking. We could see if we can fill this shit up with 15 to 20 minutes of content. But I'm here
Yeah.
with my boy Big Money Lincoln. Sam is asleep. He might pop in if he wakes up. Um, I want to let everybody know that Ubisoft has flagged down my YouTube channel, another PlayStation Gamers channel, Sick Humor's YouTube channel. We don't have strikes, right? But our inability to live stream is taken from us. So I've contacted Ubisoft, their official Twitter account. I have heard back from them. This happened late on Monday after I live streamed their conference. That's why I deleted the live stream. Um, there's some games that I want to buy for Ubisoft, but I can't buy their games if I can't stream. So Ubisoft, if for whatever reason you have somebody listening to this, hopefully you can resolve this before next Saturday or Sunday, so I can do my PlayStation gaming podcast and the PlayStation Google Hangouts. Now, if anything happens, we've selected different methods on how we're going to go forward with streaming. That main method is clearly going to be Twitch. I've had a Twitch for a good amount of years now. It has not been my focal point, but it will be going forward because YouTube just is not doing right by us YouTubers. So if you want to see streams of this quality from the Elgato, and we're going to be streaming everything, it's going to be on Twitch. So my Twitch name is JTechTVHD. I'm going to make sure I have that link in the description and the comment section for you guys. We're going to go forward and not talk about Ubisoft. We're going to talk about Square Enix conference. I want everybody else to go first, and then I want to see what I can chime in off of.
Okay.
Who's
Go ahead,
going?
Link. Go
Who's
ahead,
going
Link. You
first?
can start.
This is about the Ubisoft.
No. This is
No,
about Square.
Square.
We're gonna skip Ubisoft.
Square. Unfortunately, I really didn't catch a lot of their conference because I was in the process of taking my son home. But I did watch the Avengers, trailer. Looks interesting. I guess the only thing that really bothered me about that is, how this Tony Stark, he looks like a young, a borderline beach bum. He doesn't look like a Tony Stark, a businessman who owns a huge corporation. He doesn't look like a businessman with a military contract
Are you talking
with the
about the
government
one
and
that
that kind
got
of
the
thing.
beard, or the Tony Stark before the incident? Because the game takes place 5 years, like it starts 5 years before incident, and then you play the rest of the game 5 years after that incident, and he grows out his beard.
I think he's talking about the. Remember the part where he was talking to
Yeah,
Banner.
that's the
I think
see. That's
he's talking
when
about
a
that
Yeah,
lot
part.
of
see that one
chaos has
right there.
happened.
I don't mind the beard. Um it's that fluffy Jonas Brothers looking haircut that he had that didn't
Oh
fly with
yeah,
me.
yeah. Look, all I'm
That's
gonna
not
say,
Tony
I
Stark to
think
me.
this game could use a lot more work. I don't want it to come out next year. I want it to come out 2021. I don't care if it's the summer of 2021 or the holiday season of 2021. But looking at this game, everybody in the Legion had different opinions at the time, but I definitely believe this game was done on futuristic hardware, not current gen hardware. There was what we're recording to be 22 to over 40 seconds of gameplay, most of it done on the bridge. Even the stuff on the bridge, and if any of the content that we saw was in-game cutscenes or cinematics, the game still leads me to believe this was not done on a PS4. It was probably done on architecture for a PS5. I think that the character design could be shaped it a little bit better, like what you're saying. As we know, this is by a group of studios that are not Naughty Dog or anybody at Sony, so they might not do good on hair. Hair, grass,
Yeah.
water, those things have been horrible for certain developers for going on 20, 30 years. So I don't expect them to do good. Hopefully they can change the hairstyle, like Lincoln is saying. I had some problems with that and the texture of the hair for the beard. But I hope that they could change the design of the character models a little bit too. You know, it's very cinematic looking. You know, they have like a cinematic flair on it when he was talking to Bruce Banner, and that was in game. But I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be awesome, though. I like what they're doing. I'm a big fan of Marvel Comics. I'm a big fan of Avengers. I watched all the cinematic movies, and this is not connected to the movies. This is its own story. But I just hope that they can get it right. Whether it's right or
Yeah,
wrong, Marvel fans will go out and buy this game anyway. I know I will. But
yeah,
I wanted to talk to you guys about Sony locking down another promotion for exclusivity for Avengers. We're probably gonna get avatars once the pre-order goes up on the store tomorrow. We're definitely gonna be getting a dynamic theme or a static theme. It seems like promotion is gonna be with Sony, seeing as though Iron Man VR and Spider-Man PS4 are all PS4 exclusive, PlayStation exclusives. They have confirmed that we're getting an exclusive beta first on the PlayStation. They said
Ooh.
other content is coming exclusively first to PlayStation as well. Sony's relationship with Marvel and Disney via the movies and Spider-Man being incorporated in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has paved the way for a lot of good relationships as far as their gaming. And we know Marvel wanted to get back into gaming after leaving Activision, and it seems like they're doing a very good job over the last 3 years. You know, putting out
yeah. They did. I
Spider-Man,
think.
getting Iron Man out, getting Avengers out. They're doing an amazing job, you know.
Yeah, I think they doing a. They got a real special relationship with Square too. I think that's another big part of it because they got some the exclusive thing with the Final Fantasy stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
don't know how long Final Fantasy is about to be exclusive. It could be 6 to 12 months, or that's it. It could be 6 or 9 or 12 months. We don't know. But we do know
yeah.
the game is coming out in the early part of 2020. So by the
Hey,
time
you know
it
what?
comes to everybody else's platform, it's going to be next gen.
Hey, you know what? The thing about that, the gameplay that we seen, like over these last couple of weeks, I've seen a lot of gaming shows, man. They've been a lot of people been going back and forth because we had people like me. Like I'm from the old school too. I love the first one, but I'm not too keen on that type of gameplay that they had in the first one. And I love I love the way they did it. That's why I was talking about this a couple of days ago. Like I see that they got the original. Well, at least 80% of the original crew that worked on the first game is working on this game too. And I think that's a special part about this. After this showing, the people that was doubting the the fighting abilities and anything about this game, I think they worry should be over with
Oh, definitely.
because we were blown away. There's no way in hell that these people that looked at this presentation and couldn't be blown away of the gameplay. The gameplay was just out of this fucking world. I think they nailed it. I think the people that wanted to keep the battle system the way it was, I think now those people probably saying, wait a minute, I gotta have second thoughts. I know it's still gonna be a couple of people out there that still want it done the old way, but after that, man, I really do think that team they nailed it. They nailed it on both sides because it is a lot of people out there that love the old battle system, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think that, like I said, I was saying this before, man. If it was a whole new group of people, then I have a problem with it. But it's almost originally the same group of people, and they came up with that decision. I think they knocked it out of the park. Square Enix knocked it out of the park, and I'm there with you, Lincoln, with it because I was looking at Black Widow. I didn't like the way Black Widow hair looked.
I
I
didn't
think
like the
it's
way
going to
her
take.
face looked either. I mean, look,
Yeah, it was
I
looking kind
got a
of.
very anime style from the character models look, And of course, people
Mm-hmm.
need to understand Square Enix is a Japanese company. So I was
Yeah.
expecting that. But I do hope that final production looks a lot different. They did say all of
Yeah, me
that is a
too.
work in progress. They said it's not final. So I'm happy about that. I'm pretty sure when they hear back from the fans, especially the Marvel fans, that they will end up changing the design of a lot of characters, whether their faces or their armor or whatever. But I think
Yeah.
that one thing that stole the show was Final Fantasy. For them to start out with Final Fantasy in such amazing, robust amount of gameplay, straight
Woo.
raw gameplay. Also, eventually showing off Tifa, which I was skeptical about seeing today because Tifa,
A lot of people
she
were.
has nice. Let's just say it. She has nice tits and she has a short skirt. And I didn't think in today's society that would be something they would even show off this right now. I thought they would wait until it came out a little closer. They actually
And
showed
they
her
show her
off.
with doing combat too. Remember, they show her doing combat.
Yeah, they showed a
Like I was
lot of
like,
combat, and she is amazing. You know, when
yep,
people ask about who they want to be in a fighting game, they never ask about Tifa. They need to ask about Tifa, man. Tifa will be a perfect character for any fighting game. I guarantee you she's going to be in a lot of fighting games going forward. But long story short, Final Fantasy stole the show. For them to end after everything they did, they ended with Avengers. Whether we believe or not that it needs to be ironed out, they still ended on a huge note. They
yes,
actually came out and they showed a good amount of a game that's early in development, or well, in the middle stages of development. Just a comparison, Sonic the movie looked like shit as the character model. They delaying it until the beginning of next year.
yeah,
If you know anything about designing things, if you take another year to change something, that's all you really need. You can do a lot in a year. So I think by the
yeah.
time that this Avengers game comes out, it's gonna look a lot different. It's gonna look better. But I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I highly doubt that was running on any current generation console. I think that was running on like a PS5 architecture. I just stand by what I said. There's no way that this was running on a PS4. It looks too good.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's better than The Last of Us or God of War or Horizon, but it looked very good. And I'm going to keep my eye on it. Me and Adam were debating before he went offline about how the hell are they going to talk more about it. Uh, they got the West Coast Comic Con, they got the East Coast Comic Con, they got a potential PlayStation experience at the end of the year, as well as a video game awards show where they could show a new trailer of it. Um, there's a lot of different venues, major venues, where they can go and show it off. Other than those four, I don't expect them to go anywhere else. Those are the only ones that look fitting for a game with the name Avengers. Uh, and I'm just saying right now, man, this is huge. Like,
Yeah.
Square took Sony's time slot and they knocked it out the park the way that Sony would.
Yep.
Both Japanese companies, both of their names start with S. When I looked at Square today, I saw Sony. I said they went all in. They had a good little slice of indie games. They had a good slice of games that were on PC. They had some games that were on Switch and the PS Vita and the PS4 and Xbox. They were all over the place. Shooting games,
Yeah, they had a
racing
lot of
games.
variety.
Yeah,
A
it
lot of
was just
variety.
it was like they knew Sony wasn't there, and they knew they needed to do more, and they did it. And just top marks, like they won E3. Square won E3. No one else won E3. Square won it. I do want to see what Nintendo's gonna do. I can't stream on YouTube tomorrow, but I will be streaming on Twitch. I'm gonna make sure I spam the shit out of you guys. Let all your friends know I do have a Twitch account. We're gonna be streaming Nintendo's reactions there, and we might just capture some reactions after the show. But I'm
What
very
time? What time does
skeptical.
that start? What time does that start, Jay? The
We should
Nintendo
go
one.
figure this out real quick.
Mm.
What
Hey,
time
you
does
know
the
what?
Nintendo
I
Direct for
might be,
E3 2019 begin?
I might be
According to
nitpicking,
Newsweek,
Jay.
the Nintendo E3 2019 Direct will start Tuesday, June 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time.
12 p.m.
Oh, okay, okay,
So it's
yeah,
very early, but it's not early enough for me because I thought, I mean, they saying West Coast time is like 9. So I was happy
yeah.
that they say East Coast time is 12 p.m. You gonna be up?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because
be
I,
up.
I want to
Yeah.
see what this new fighter. Speaking of, been hearing rumors that the new fighter for Smash Brothers is even gonna be Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot, or Spyro the Dragon. So if it's not one of those, that's a pretty big letdown because the Banjo Kazooie community has been looking for Banjo to make a comeback. They were looking for Microsoft to make him come back, but Microsoft, of course, dropped the ball 85 times in 1 minute. So with that being said, it's all up to Nintendo if they can partner up with Microsoft to get Banjo Kazooie in Smash Brothers, which since Microsoft say they love Nintendo so much and they love putting games on everybody's platform, that would be a big thing for Microsoft to do to put not only Banjo-Kazooie in Smash Brothers, but put some Banjo-Kazooie games back on a Nintendo platform. That would be amazing. A
Yeah.
good partnership
Yeah.
right there.
Hey, you know what, Jay? I think me and you, we touched on this earlier, and you was like, just wait a minute. They might show some gameplay. The thing, you know what? The thing I be hating, like, I know it's kind of special for the people that's there at E3, but remember when Square was talking about they gonna have gameplay? They gonna have gameplay there for Final Fantasy VII and the Avengers. They're gonna have gameplay there. They got gameplay there. The only thing I don't be understand when they got gameplay like that, I
Mm-hmm.
don't see what's wrong with them showing the viewers that. You know what I'm saying? And I know
Yeah.
remember you was like they might show it. We going to see some gameplay later. Somebody might take but I don't understand why they can't. Like I said, I might be nitpicking, but I don't know why they can't just show us
Now, I
that the
want you to
gameplay that
also
they say for them.
understand you probably going to have to stay your ass in the party chat tomorrow because the Coliseum
Uh-huh.
is going on tomorrow. Tomorrow, E3 officially opens its doors. And at 4 o'clock p.m., Marvel is going to be talking in depth about the Avengers game. So we might see
Yeah.
new gameplay clips we didn't see tonight. That's going to be big. A lot of other people are going to be talking about their games tomorrow, but tomorrow is going to be a very big day. It's the first official day of E3 when the doors open to the public. We're going to see some shit. We're going to see some new shit.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because they always have those B-rolls, the B-rolls of gameplay footage or whatever, and it's always something new you see. It's just like
Yeah.
Death Stranding. They had a different boss in the Japanese trailer of Death Stranding that we didn't see in the English trailer for Death Stranding. So, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. Can't wait, man. Can't
Yeah,
wait.
man. I think they saved E3, man,
They
because we
definitely did,
everybody
man. They
else
took
was
Sony's
real
spot and they
mediocre.
saved it. They saved it.
Yeah, they saved
Bethesda
it.
did good. Ubisoft did good. They showed some good games, but nobody got a crowd reaction like Square. Fuck
Yep.
Bethesda. There was like 3 or 4 PC Master Race people that kept standing up screaming like they were crazy people. Nah, I don't want that. I want the whole arena standing up, clapping and cheering. I got that feel, those goosebumps from when we saw a God of War first shown off, and all of the
Exactly.
people in that, everybody watching, they stood up and they were clapping it. That's what it felt like, man. They captured the Sony emotion, and I just can't freaking wait, man. Again, I acknowledge that Final Fantasy VII Remake is probably definitely going to the PC after the PS4 release, and clearly it should be going to Xbox after the PS4 release. But you got to understand, this is just like Crash Bandicoot. It is very special to the PlayStation community, and the PlayStation community is going to buy this game a lot more than anybody else. With that being said, I think it's all right for this timed exclusivity deal. You got to remember, the Xbox fans didn't support Final Fantasy VII because it was never on their fucking system, and they didn't even exist. The PC community, when it was out on a PS1, it was out on a PC. Y'all didn't buy it like the PlayStation community. The game was regarded as a PlayStation exclusive, even if it was on other platforms. The way that we supported this game compared to the PC community, it's unmatchable, you know? So if you wonder why PlayStation got any type of exclusivity deal, that's why. That's why.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. Hey, Lincoln, are you getting Final Fantasy VII?
I have never played a Final Fantasy game in my life.
If you
And,
tell Lincoln it has a VR mode, he gonna pick that up. So you might as well just let him know. Just lie to him real quick.
There is a lot of games out there. In my opinion, there is a lot of games out there that are probably on life support, and VR can give them a second chance and give them another life. You know, because I mean, look at games like Skyrim. That game died out a few years ago, and it's getting a lot of praise on VR. You know, because you get all those hours of gameplay in VR. So yeah, I would dare say that if Final Fantasy was in VR, no question, I would check it out.
Yeah, I know. The question was because we both we know, Jay, that it's going to be in episodic parts. It's going to be in 2 parts.
Yeah.
Now the question is, Jay, if they charge people, and Lincoln, you can still answer this question too, man. If they charge people $60 for the first one and the second one, do y'all think that's fair?
What, for the first 2 Final Fantasies?
Okay,
Yeah,
so this is what. See, if Adam was here, he would have talked for all 3 of us for 85 hours. Because I let him talk to a wall, literally, and I had my mic on mute, and he didn't even know I muted him. So long story short, I'm glad Adam is asleep right now. But with that being said, I was telling Adam, or I was attempting to tell Adam, that the game needs to have a season pass type of bundle day one right now. So when you get the game, and we're going to do this live, guys. We're not really live, but, you know, I'm doing it. I'm going to go to the PlayStation Store. I'm going to see what we got and see what the description of it is. Right now, they're telling us the perks. They're not really telling us everything else. So hold on.
Well, what I was meaning by that, Lincoln, is that the game, when the game initially first came out, right, it was just its regular price. Let's just say it was $60, right? The thing about this is a remake of the same game, but they splitting it in 2.
Now we can't confirm that it's splitting into, because they say the first.
Well, you know what I mean. Episode.
So this is what the description says. The first entry in a multi-part saga, delivering a level of depth incomprehensible for the original, mind-blowing story, unforgettable characters, epic battles, and technical excellent collide. So basically, they're saying that it's gonna be multi-part. The first game is gonna be on 2 discs. This first part is on 2 discs. So again, I agree. But this is what I want to say. If they are confirming, which they clearly are, that this game is episodic, they need to give us an option now to buy a pack, season pass, or whatever you want to call it, so we get the other editions at no cost. As it stands right now, I don't want to scare anybody because we don't know. There is no word that if the other episodes are going to cost you money after you buy this one. The other episodes might be included for free. We don't know, again. But they have not let any details go. So I'm hoping that at the E3 Coliseum tomorrow, they'll let us know more about the episodes.
Hopefully. But Jay, check this out. If they do it now, I'm gonna get the game regardless of what it is, whatever it's going to be. I'm gonna get it regardless. I just be wanting to know, if they do it like that, if they charge $60 for the first part, and then they charge $60 for the second part, Do you think that's fair, or do you think that's going to be a problem?
I don't like that. I don't think that's fair. And I think that is going to be a problem. That's something that I don't want to see.
Yeah,
But I'm going to
see, and
put
it's
it this
hard to
way.
say
If
that.
they're going to bring out each episode after a year, each year, they probably can get away with it being each episode being $40. But
Okay, yeah,
at the least
that's better.
amount, it needs to be $20 for additional episodes if you're going to release it each year. But again, Final Fantasy 15 was rumored to be an episodic game. Remember that? It ended
Hmm.
up not being one because you could finish the whole damn story, but then you find out that they still had other episodes. That's when I got a
Yeah,
season pass. I had it since day one. I didn't play all the other episodes because I beat the story. But should I? Yeah, because I brought it. I'm hoping that Final Fantasy 7 has the option right now that it's a bundle. Now, they're
yeah,
claiming the digital deluxe is listed under bundle for the PlayStation Store, but it does not say it includes other episodes. It just includes a soundtrack, art book, some summons, a dynamic theme, a normal theme. That's it. It doesn't say it includes the other episodes. So it's clear that they're going to probably charge for the other episodes unless they give you an option to buy some sort of a bundle guarantee you that you can get the other episodes. So that's all I want
and I
them to come
really
out and
hope.
do. It's very easy. It won't hurt them because you're still gonna make money on the additional cost of this bundle that I'm talking about. But I'm also hoping, as it looks like they can do what I'm about to say, that rumor that a Final Fantasy VII demo was going to be released to the PlayStation community happens. Between now
Yeah,
and next year, I see that happening. If they announce it this month for the PlayStation, what is it, state of play that I heard was gonna happen in June, that'll be cool. If Square Enix announces it tomorrow, or if it's announced at PlayStation Experience before the end of this year, all of that would be amazing. But I just say there was so much gameplay for Final Fantasy VII. We saw a boss battle, a complete boss battle. Then it went in even farther and it showed off Tifa. And then it went to another part and showed off an altercation with Cloud and Sephiroth. This it was no shortage of gameplay, and I just want to throw some big shots at Microsoft. This is how you do E3. That cinematic, all of them stupid ass cinematic cutscenes and cinematic advertisements and montages, you can go without that. Show the gamers the
yeah,
gameplay. They will love you. Okay?
yeah.
They will.
Because I look right now, I'm looking at the Final Fantasy Remake Digital Deluxe Edition.
Uh,
That's seventy
I'm,
nine ninety
I'm looking
nine.
at it right now. $80. Yep.
Yeah, $80. So I'm just like, I just want them to be
And the
clear
collector's
on what's
edition,
going to
by the way,
happen.
people, is $330. And they don't confirm that all the episodes are guaranteed to the people to get the collector's edition. Let me just be 100%
Yeah,
honest. If you get digital deluxe, and definitely if you get the $330 collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII, and you're a PlayStation gamer, because we're going to be supporting this game first, because it's not available to other people the same time as the PlayStation, we should be guaranteed to get all episodes. But I believe once the second episode is ready to come out, that's at the time where it's going to be announced for other platforms, which will be next gen.
yeah,
I'm putting it right now. Every game we saw at E3 this year is, and this is a fact, this is coming out before next year E3. Everything we saw from Ubisoft, Bethesda, anything related to Sony, Microsoft, and tomorrow with Nintendo, everything is coming out between now and before next year's E3, because next year's E3 is going to be different. It's going to be the next generation. And
yeah,
at that next year's E3, they're going to be showing off a lot of stuff we didn't even know was in development. They ain't going to have time to talk about this stuff. And these games have to have already been on the market. Because if you find out that the next gen is really coming next year, which it is, most people won't buy these games. They'll just wait. even if they're multi-plat, which means that there'll be cross compatibility. You know, people might say, hey, I'll just wait until it goes down cheaper. Come and get it anyway for the PS5 or the next Xbox, you know? So I think the next episodes are going to be coming out when the PS5 is already on the market. So I'm saying about 2021. I think each episode is going to be either every year or every 6 months. Something like that. But we'll see. I just hope they can get a nice bundle for that. For the episodes. Yeah. That's a crazy release date, man. That's basically a February game because it comes out March 3rd. So it's basically a February game. So
I was so surprised with
to the next year.
The Avengers with them doing that. I think I'm with you. I would rather them hold off and hold that game
for next gen, yeah.
Yeah, delay that game because I was really surprised that they gave a date for that.
I think what I'm going to say to people right now, it's kind of weird. If I have to pre-order this game to get access to the beta, and the beta is released this year, and I have the ability to post gameplay from the beta on my YouTube, I will be pre-ordering the beta. I mean, I'll be pre-ordering the game. But if I pre-order this game and the beta doesn't come out this year, that's probably a reason I won't be pre-ordering this fucking beta. So I'm going to be looking at the Coliseum tomorrow, right, to see what they're talking about on the release date of the beta. And if they are not talking about a 2019 release of the beta, there's no reason for me or anybody else to pre-order Avengers this early. Seeing as though we know this game is getting delayed. And I'm not talking about, oh, it's already coming out the month before E3. Nah. This game is getting delayed. It's possibly going to be coming out 2021. I'm not bashing the game. It's just a game as big as this, it's going to have some sort of delay for whatever reason. They add in a new character. They want to do this. They want to do that. I believe that game is definitely going to get a delay. Lincoln, you fall asleep, buddy?
We'll see.
No, I'm still here, but I am going to shut it down pretty soon because I got to be at work at 6 Eastern. It's already 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
okay, well, I guess we all done here, right? Talking about Square. So I guess we wrap this up.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to give much input on that because even if I would have been able to watch the conference anyway, I still don't know how much my input would have made because I've never played any of these Final Fantasy games, and I know that's pretty much the bread and butter of Square Enix.
Yeah.
Now,
but the thing, you know what, the crazy...
I will say this. With Sony having the marketing rights to the Avengers games as well as exclusive content, I think they might have snatched the teeth right out of some of the Xbox because they were looking forward to this Avengers game so they can try to claim it as if it was their exclusive or something, like they did with Red Dead Redemption.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we got Spider-Man.
But you got to look at this. This is a big lineup when you look at it. Yakuza, the new Judgment game, only on PlayStation. You have promotional rights for Crash Bandicoot Go-Kart. Okay? Death Stranding by Kojima. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Iron Man VR. Avengers promotion. You know? That's a lot. Yeah. You add all that up together, everybody's still going to need a PS4 before next E3.
Yeah, I think other things to consider is that I also think that Square Enix might have learned from the Tomb Raider thing. Not to be given Xbox exclusive, timed exclusives for 30 days, 6 months, or whatever, because this game would have flopped if they would have gave it the Xbox first.
Mm-hmm.
This game is probably, the PlayStation version of this game is probably going to outsell the Xbox version of the game, in my opinion, at least 2-1. But I'm thinking 3-1 to be truthful.
Yep. By the time Iron Man VR come out, yeah. And of course, one other reason, Spider-Man has been $20 since the 7th of this month, and it's going to continue to be $20 until the 17th. So there's a lot of Marvel fans on PlayStation just because of the Spider-Man game.
I think that's something else to consider too, because there were a lot of people upset that Iron Man VR was a VR game. They thought when there are some YouTubers when they did the live reaction of that state of play and they saw the Iron Man game, they thought that that was going to be like the next superhero game they were going to get after Spider-Man. And when they saw that it was a VR game, some of them got upset. So now, it comes in the form of the Avengers, but you're going to get your dose of Iron Man along with the other heroes too. So I think this game is going to do extremely well on the PS4.
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. That's gonna be good, man. That's gonna be real good.
That's all I got, Jay.
Well, thank you guys for showing up for this little special announcement. Again, look in the comment section, look in the description. You're going to see a link to my Twitch. We will be streaming on there until Ubisoft can sort out why the fuck they flagged so many different PlayStation gamers' YouTube channels down without a reason and without a real flag. We don't really have a physical strike on our accounts. We're just disabled from live streaming. So it's a very confusing thing.
So are we recording this and then uploading it to YouTube? Or
yeah, that's what we're doing.
Twitch?
So we're recording it on the Elgato, and then we're going to upload it on YouTube. So this is a long-ass capture, so I'm going to start rendering it as right now. So I'll see you guys when